Everyone. I hope everyone is doing well. Dear student, uh, now we are going to discuss about unit 3, that is product decisions. Here, product decisions, product. Here, mostly in this marketing subject, you know, 4 piece marketing mix. Already we have discussed that 4 piece, right? In this 4 piece, that product also is one of the important factor, right? So here he will ask this kind of questions like explain product decisions. Okay, so here explain product decisions, that product is anything offered to the market to satisfy customer needs and wants. Product decision involve planning and managing product feature, involve planning, managing and product feature, branding, packaging, labeling and support services. Is that clear? Product decision it happens when involvement of what? Planning, managing, is clear, of branding, packaging, labeling and support services. Okay, so if you see, a product may be good service, idea or experience offered to the customers. Product decisions can be taken by using aspects like branding. It is a process of giving a product a unique name. You will see, right? Unique name, symbol, logo or a design to distinguish it from competitors. For example, I will give you Zudio is completely different from all shopping malls, right? So like that, branding also is very important for any product decisions. Now, advantages. What is the advantages by this product decisions? Creates product identity, obviously, right? Builds customers loyalty and increases sales, helps in promotion. So consider it as a Zudio in the so see Zudio, how they are doing branding, how they are building customer loyalty, how they are increasing sales by giving offers in a reasonable price they are providing, right? So youngsters feel that they are able to take this branding products in a reasonable cost. Is that clear? So we have to first build a trust among the customers. Now, packaging, it means designing, and covering the product to protect and attract customer. Functions, what are the functions of this product design? Protection, okay, convenience, promotion, easy transportation, product identification. And one more thing, here if you see that I already mentioned that branding we have discussed, and we have discussed advantages and functions also. Now let's we discuss the labeling. What is this labeling? Labeling is nothing but it will provides, labeling will once again. So yeah, so labeling provides information about the product, like what? Brand name, ingredients, manufacturing and expiry date, instruction for use and manufacturer details. Now see, last one is that product support services. What is this product support services? It provides after sale to improve customer satisfaction, installation, warranty, repairs, maintenance, customer care after sale services. For example, I will give you, if you take an electric bike from Shanti Motors, so what happened? They will provide us that warranty or else installation free. Is that clear? Or else they will give repairs. If any repairs is there within 12 months, they will freely do and give to the customers. So for what? To cash the customers loyalty. Is I'm clear? Now conclusion, see the conclusion. Effective product decisions and improve customer satisfaction. Is that clear? Improve customer satisfaction, product decision, strengthen brand image, strengthen the brand image and increase the sale. I hope you got especially in product decisions is very important, that before introducing any product in marketing, that we will take this all what you say steps, okay, before moving ahead. Maybe there is a chance to get short answers, labeling, and one more thing, branding also. Okay, na? Thank you. And let's we discuss the second question. Second question is that PLC. What do you mean by PLC? PLC, already we have discussed this PLC in managerial economics. If you remember, I have already said that this concepts is going to be again repeat in marketing subject also. I have given notes also for that. Please once you check PLC. What is the meaning of PLC? PLC is nothing but product life cycle. Describes the stages through where product passes from introduction to its decline. So we will call it as a product life cycle. Introduction stage. Here introduction stage, product launched. Okay, product launched, or excuse me, product launched, or sales are low, high promotion cost, profits are low. Is I'm clear? Profits are low, and also negative or low, or any negative strategy. If you see the strategy for this stage 1, we will call it as a stage 1, introduction stage we will call. So what happened? Heavy advertising builds awareness, improve product quality. If you observe that any new product, NPD I am writing here, NPD means what? New product development. If any new product in market they launch, it means we can observe that they are give n number of time advertisements with the help of various sales promotion activities, by performing various sales promotion activities. Why? Because it is the introduction stage ma. Now second stage. What is the second stage in this PLC? That is nothing but growth stage. What is that ma? Growth stage. Second stage we will call. Sales increase rapidly, profits increase, new competitors also enter. Is that clear? So in this strategy what happened? Product features we can see the variance, expand distributions, competitive pricing. Is that clear? So and after that maturity stage. Maturity stage, sales reach their highest competition to intense, profits begin to decline. Now strategy. If you see the strategy, here product modifications will be happen, or else promotional ops of market will happen, expansion and brand differentiation also can be happen. Okay, so and after this here I have drawn a simple diagram. You guys can draw this diagram in your exams. Why? See in this graph, if you see sales and profit, I have given time duration also I given. So I said you right, 4 stages will be there. First stage and second stage we have discussed, right? Now the third stage and fourth stage, let's we describe discuss, and let's we analyze this graph. Is I'm clear? So here decline stage, we one second. Yeah, maturity stage, third stage is the maturity stage, and fourth stage is the decline stage. Here decline stage, sales and profits decreases, demand falls. Strategy to reduce cost, discontinue weak products, introduce new products. Importance of PLC. What are the importance of PLC? Helps in product planning, guides pricing decisions, assist promotional planning, supports business growth. Okay, now if you observe this graph, sales and profit I given, time I given. So this is the first stage, this is the second stage, this is the third stage, and this is the fourth stage. Here in first stage it is the introduction stage 1, and in second stage it's a growth stage, and third stage is the maturity stage, and fourth stage is the decline stage. Please remember these points ma. So here first stage what happened, only less customers will start coming, right? Not immediately everyone will walk in for our product and they will buy. No, it's not going to be happen. First stage what happened, they will come to know about the products by the various sources, and after that mouth spread, or else good feedback by other customers. So what happened, 6 months means the what you say, growth stage will increase, and after that maturity stage, little slightly the growth will increase, and after that decline. Why decline, you can ask? Not actually we have to not say it as a decline. The thing is, competitors also is there for any product. One what you say, one seller is growing means obviously other sellers get awareness of that, and they will try to copy the same kind of product. So what happened, people, customers, not people, customers will show interest towards other product. So what happened here, again he will take steps, like whether helps in product, what you say, he will try to implement any modifications, or else any new product implementation will happens here. So I hope you guys understood this. So we will have the 4 stages. Now see the third one. Here, third one, if you observe, explain pricing decisions. Pricing is the process of fixing the selling price of a product, service. Pricing decisions we are talking about. Now, objectives. If you talk about objectives, why it is useful, how it is useful, maximize profits. Okay, so if high pricing rates will be there, means obviously maximize profits. But somewhere else, if the product price is high also, what happens, there is a chances for downfall, right? So while pricing also, the decisions they have to make in such a way that taking into consideration all aspects. So now if you see objectives, maximize profits, increase sales, gain market share, and face competition, ensure survival, and improve customer satisfaction. Now see the factors affecting prices. What are the factors that are affecting the prices? Here one is the internal factor, and here one is the external factor. In internal factor, what is the internal factor? Already I have explained that within the organization, whatever the things that we will do, that is internal, that will comes under the internal. Whatever the things that outside of the organization, that we will call it as external factor. I already explained you this. Now if you see internal factor, cost of production, yes, obviously business objectives, obviously marketing strategy, these all are the internal factors. Now if you see the external factors, customer demand, competition, government policies, economic conditions, these all are the external market factor. Now pricing methods, see the pricing methods, I already explained you this pricing methods also. Skimming pricing method will be there, penetration pricing method will be there, okay, value based pricing method will be there, cost plus pricing, this cost plus pricing also we will call as a full cost pricing also. Is I am clear? Now here if you see pricing, in pricing methods, if you observe that cost plus pricing, okay, fixed percentage of profit is added to the total cost of product. Now cost of the product, for example 800 I given, now profit 25% means 200. Now selling price will be the 1000. So this is the cost plus pricing or full cost pricing. Now value based pricing, value based pricing is that price is the okay, price is based on value customers perceive in the product rather than its cost. Value is very important, right? For example, Apple charges higher, Apple phone charges higher prices because customers perceive high quality. Is that clear? High quality and brand value. Now see the third one, penetration pricing. What is the penetration pricing? Company introduces a new product at low price, attract many customers, and quickly gain market share. Example, I already explained this. Penetration pricing. New internet provider offering low, in a low introducing prices. Now, price scheming. What is this price scheming? Price scheming is nothing but, company introduces a new product, okay, a company introduces new product, and here high price gradually reduces the prices over time. Already we have discussed this one na. So smartphones, if you observe the smartphones prices, it's a little higher starting stages. After some level, the prices is coming on down. Now if you say economic pricing is that products are sold out very low prices by minimizing production and marketing costs. For example, economic pricing, maybe you saw that some offers they will give in low prices. Why? Because they want to finish the goods, right? So that is, we will call it as economic pricing. Okay. Conclusion. What is the conclusion for this? A proper pricing policy helps achieve sales growth, customer satisfaction, and profitability. Is I clear, girls? So almost all we completed third question also. Now let's discuss the fourth question. What is the fourth question here? Fourth question is the explain distribution channels. Here explain distribution channels. A distribution channel is the route through which products move from producer. Is I am clear? Move from producer to final consumer. Okay, types of distribution channel. There are how many types of distribution channel? Please see and take the screenshot, make a notes of it. Producer to consumer, producer to retailer, retailer to consumer. Now, producer to wholesaler, retailer to consumer. Okay, now producer to agent, wholesaler, retailer, and consumer. I'm not mentioned retailer here. You can write. Now, if you see functions of distribution channel, transportation, is I am clear? Storage, financing, promotion, risk bearing, selling, market, information. These all are the functions of distribution channels. What are the functions? Transportation is one of the function. Risk bearing, selling, okay, financing, promotion. These all are the functions of the distribution channels. Now see the physical distribution. What are the physical distribution? Process of moving finished goods from the manufacturer to the final consumer at the right place, at right time, and right quantity at the lowest possible cost. Is I clear? So physical distribution. Components of PD. I have mentioned PD. You guys please write physical distribution. Okay. Shortcut I have mentioned PD. You don't mention it as a PD. Mention it as a physical distribution. Is I clear? Components of physical distribution. Now see the order processing. What are the order processing? It begins, customer places an order, and steps receive customer order, check availability. Components of physical distribution. Order processing, it begins a customer place. For example, I will give you, see, we are the customers, we used to what you say, order various items in Meesho, Flipkart. Yes or no? If you book any product in Meesho, they will give a duration of period, right? So that is, we will call it as a ordering process. So what happened? We ordered. So what happened? According to that, they will steps. If you see the steps here, what producer will do? Receives the customer order first. Second, check availability, if the stock is there or not. They will check that. Okay. And after that they will prepare invoice, pack goods, and dispatch order and deliver it to customer. Now if you see warehousing we will call it as a storage, right? Storing goods safely until they required. So types of warehouses, this is the way types of warehouses also they will ask. So I mentioned the three: private warehouse, public warehouse, bonded warehouse, cold storage warehouse will be also there, and cooperative warehouse also will be there. So this number in hybrid warehouse also is there. So we will call it as a warehouses. So it is a storage area in marketing. Is I clear? Okay. So inventory management. What is this inventory management? I already explained you what is inventory management. Means maintaining the right quantity of stock. Avoid stock outs. Stock out should be there, should not will not have to be there, and reduce excess inventory means wastage maximum. They will reduce the excess and lower storage cost, and ensure smooth production sales. This should be happen in inventory management. Is I am clear? Transportation. If you talk about the transportation, movement of goods from one place to another, movement of goods from one place to another. Modes, which are the various modes that we will use: air, water, rail, road, pipeline. These all are the transportation, right? And material handling, moving goods within the warehouses and factory. Okay, now. So, moving goods within the warehouses and factories. That example with the conveyors, with the forklifts, with the cranes, with the pallets. We used to transfer this all material stocks, right? So, conclusion. What is the conclusion? Efficient distribution channel ensures products reach customers at the right time and right place. Is I am clear? I hope you guys understood what is distribution channel. Take the screenshot and try to prepare your own notes. Okay. So fourth one we have completed. Now let's we try to discuss the fifth question. Here, if you see the fifth question, this is the promotion mix. So marketing mix I already explained you. In marketing mix, one of the segment that is promotion, right? So again here promotion mix they have given it as a promotion mix. Why promotion mix? Promotion mix is that promotion means with the way. Doing promotion with the availability of various elements. For example, advertising is one of the promotion mix. Sales promotion, personal selling, public relations, okay, direct marketing. This is all. We will call it as a promotion mix. Please listen carefully. Promotion mix is the combination. Promotion mix is the combination of communication tools used to inform and persuade customers. Elements of promotion mix. First element is the advertising. Paid non-personal communication through media. I already gave an example of this. Sales promotion. What is the sales promotion? Short-term incentives such as discount coupons and free samples. Did you observe that booking any skincare in Nykaa or Purple.com, we used to have free coupon, free samples. We will try, right? So why they will provide? What is the main purpose in small pouches? If you are regular customer for a particular any app, if you keep on ordering the things, so they will give you free samples of any of the product. So why? What is the usage from by that? If they will give free samples, why? Because customers will get attracted here. So that's what. Is I'm clear? Personal selling, face-to-face communication between salesperson to customer. Maximum we used to see here and there this personal selling also. Now public relations activities that build on maintain a positive image of organization. Now direct marketing. If you talk about the direct marketing, here direct marketing is the direct communication. Okay, direct marketing is the direct communication with customers through email, SMS, phone calls, online platforms. Is all. Conclusion. If you see the conclusion, effective promotion mix helps communicate product value and increase the customer need. Is I am clear? This is known as the promotion mix. Very easy to understand and very easy to write also, dear. Please focus on this promotion mix questions. Now see the sixth one. Explain the sales force management. Explain the sales force management. Here if you see that sales force management is the process of planning, organizing, directing, controlling and activities of a sales people to action sales. So I have given like this. So what you have to do is that you have to remember this all side points. So side points you mention and 2 to 3 lines try to write by your own sentences. So what happened? The answer we can nicely write. For example, objectives is there means you have to write sentence like this: increase sales, and write 2 3 lines about that. And after that, improve customer satisfaction, and write 2 to 3 lines in your own sentences. So what happened, we can make it for one paper like that. So I'm giving tip for you. So now objectives: increases sales with the help of the sales force management. What happened? Increases sales, obviously sales will increase. Improve customer satisfaction. What happened? We used to take feedback, right? How is the service, how is the goods, okay, 5 star 3 star they used to give, right? So improve customer satisfaction and build the customer relationship. Very good customer relation should be there. So it is the main objectives in the sales force management. Functions: if you talk about the functions of sales force management, the first function is that sales pricing, and second function is that recruitment, the third function is that training, and fourth function is that supervision, and fifth function is that motivation, and sixth function is that performance and evaluations. Is I'm clear? These are the functions of the sales force management. Now see the recruitment. What are the recruitment here? Recruitment means in an organization, we need staff also. So first one is the identify vacancies, second one is the invite applications, and third one is the conduct interviews, select the suitable candidates. Is I am clear? According to their qualifications, according to their performances, according to their abilities, they will give the certain roles and responsibilities. So this is what about this all. And training: what is the training here? Training improves the knowledge and skills of the sales people, obviously. And benefit: what is the benefit of this? Better product knowledge. They will have a good product knowledge and improved selling skills and higher customer satisfaction. Is I'm clear? Now motivation. So motivation is that salary and incentives, obviously. Who will perform well, who will reach their targets, extra income will be generated, right? That we will call as the incentives. Maybe you people can observe in your offices also. So promotion opportunities, recognition and awards, training programs, these all. Okay, now conclusion. See the conclusion: effective sales force management improves sales performance, profitability. See, once again, I am highlighting this point. Effective sales force management improves sales performance, profitability. Okay, I hope you understood, guys. Please do very well. Okay, and everyone try to write nicely and listen. If you listen, then only you are going to get. If you not, up to your wish, but I am giving you suggestion that's going to be work out more betterly. Thank you.